So if you watched the video last week and you're thinking, I saw I watched this, have I got amnesia? Don't worry, the second half is actually different to what it was last week. I made a small error in the video that I have to correct. So enjoy the same first half but a different second half. Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing and overview of this possible Yeti killer. This is the FiFine microphone. Now they offered to send this out for me to check out, and it looked pretty interesting from what I saw in the Amazon listing. So this is a cardioid microphone with a 16mm diaphragm, and we're going to take a little look and give you a sound sample. So this is currently selling for about £70 I think on Amazon, which is about £30 cheaper than you'd get a Yeti for, I think, generally, unless they're on sale, of course. In the first thing, we've got a little bit about the website. If you want to go and see some more information on the website, visit the site. So this is the K678, and it's obviously taken some inspiration from the Yeti because it looks very similar. If it sounds similar or not, we'll see. So, taking that nice little bit of moulded foam, I don't know if you'll be able to make that out. It's quite dark, but very nicely laid out. So we've got, of course, heavier than I thought it would be as well. Very cool. This feels very well made, first impressions. So we've got a little mount here. That will be, I would have thought, if you want to put it onto a base stand like I'd use for, I can see one from here but I can't reach it. If you're going to use it on a desktop stand, you've got one of those. And then in this pouch, I'm going to assume is the USB cable. It's a mini USB, so it's still the same kind of connector that you'd see on a Yeti. The camera can pick that up. And I'll get a little cable tie on it as well. 2 meters in length. I know that because I'm 2 meters high and your arm span's generally the same as your height, so nice 2 meter cable. And the actual microphone. So it comes with this little folded form factor, and obviously we're just going to twist this around and then do it up to secure the angle. I quite like that. It's quite a nice little small form factor, but hopefully it should give us some nice results. So as you can probably tell, it's nice and matte, which is my personal favourite for colour, matte black. We've got options for headphone monitoring with an independent level, the microphone volume, and then on the back we have a mute button, which seems like it has an LED that will light up when that mute is actually active. On the bottom, we've got the micro USB to go to the PC, the thread adapter if you want to put it on a desktop mount, and then your headphone jack. Some nice rubber pads, I didn't notice those there, on the bottom. So you can just about see those, there you go. So it's going to protect the surface that it's sat on. And this is a much smaller microphone than the Yeti. I don't actually have mine with me, but that's probably about 2/3 of the Yeti, so very small in comparison. I've just grabbed a Yeti X for size comparison. Crikey. You versus the guy who tells you not to worry about. This is going to be a nice little microphone for those people that want to do maybe podcasting, that travel quite a lot, or we want to do kind of like a bit better high quality audio than what you get from a normal camera. Maybe if you're a gamer and you want to record your gameplays on the road, then something like this would be quite good because of the size. The original Yeti is about the same size as this, so that is a fair comparison. It's diddy in comparison, it's like the baby brother, but let's see how well it does in sound, because that's obviously the most important factor. So I'll get this plugged in, get this recorded on Audacity, and then we'll come back. Okay, so on to the second half, and I have got Audacity running on my PC, obviously with the microphone in front of me, as you can see, and we'll switch over to it now to give you a nice sound sample. I'm going to keep the level, I think it's currently about 1/3 out of obviously the full range that you can go, just to keep it the same kind of volume as my lav, because I don't really want to blow your ears out. Now, it was brought to my attention that the FiFine logo and the LED should be at the front, so I've redone this bit. If you did watch this video before and you're thinking, I'm sorry I watched this before, this is different because I did have the logo the wrong way around. So it wasn't giving you a really good accurate representation of what the sound actually can do. Now, there is an LED on the front, as you can see that's changing, and it does give a little bit of a audible sound into the video if I just do it while you listen on this microphone. So if you're using this on your streaming, I'd recommend muting it on the software that you use, so XSplit or OBS, rather than using this, because you can't hear it back in playback, which is a bit of a shame, but it is a more budget microphone, so you know there are going to be some pros and cons with it. In terms of actual audio though, I have listened to this back before I've recorded this part, and it does sound pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. Now, one thing to note is it does put quite a bit of bend in the cable, just because of the way it sits and because it's quite low down to the table. I don't think that's really going to be a problem. The cable's very flexible, but for some people they might just get a little bit uncomfortable with the degree of bend that's on there. So something to just bear in mind. It kind of sits like that, but it doesn't affect functionality at all. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's a nice solid build construction. Personally, I would recommend getting a little pop filter just to screw on to just take out those explosive sounds, the P's and B's, just to make it sound a little bit more clean. But it's pretty good. It doesn't take up much space as well, so if you're doing a presentation style video, like say you're presenting to camera and you want to use a mic like this rather than a lavalier or a shotgun mic, it doesn't take up that much of the frame like the Yeti would, probably about twice about that much, so it doesn't kind of stand out like a sore thumb in the video. If you're on the go and you do streaming on the go or from a hotel or something, nice and small, can fold up nicely, so pretty good option for someone that wants a more budget but small size microphone. So leave a comment if you've got any more questions or just what you think about the microphone and how it sounds. I will put the Amazon link in the description if you fancy picking one up. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and ding the bell so you don't miss an upload. Big thank you to FiFine for sending this out for me to look at, and I'll see you all in the next one.